Hello fellow YouTubers, Bear Prepper here. Well, you asked for it, so today you're going to get it. We're going to make some soap. Now, you can do, like I do mostly, a simple soap of lard and olive oil. If you go to World Market and you join their little club, you can usually get your metal can of olive oil for $15. And those metal cans will last you 4 or 5 years in storage. It's a great way to go. And you'll have your supplies for soap making. But today we're going to make a little special soap because I'm making one for my mother and my sister. So the way this starts is you go to soapcalcs, SOAPCALC.net, and right here at the top there's all kinds of help for beginners and all kinds of stuff. You go to the Soap Calc Lie Calculator. When you get to the top of the sheet, you see that your lie, NaOH is what I have, which is the Drano type lies. And then I'm going to do by pounds, and I want to do 5 pounds weight in oils. So all of your lard or tallow or olive oil or coconut oil, any of that is what you're going to have for your oils. And then water as a percentage of oils. You can increase your super fats or your fragrances. You can do all kinds of stuff to adjust out. Everyone loves mine the way it is, so I'm going to leave it at super fat of 5%. So we go over here and we're going to start with lard. So we're going to go down here and we're going to find lard. Lard. And we are going to add it. So as you can see, lard has 52 conditioning. It's not very bubbly, but it's very creamy. And we're going to double click that to add it over here to the right. We're also going to be doing coconut oil. So we would put that over here also. So coconut oil is 76 degrees. And if you look on your coconut oil, it'll say here, usually suitable for medium, heat up to 350 degrees. Coconut oil is solid below 76 degrees. Becomes liquid above 76 degrees. So it would be the coconut oil, 76 degrees. And we're going to double click that. And that is bubbly. So that's where you're going to get your bubbly from. Now we're also going to add some cocoa butter. And that one is very creamy and very conditioning. We have our recipe. You can click then, view or print recipe. We need 1.9 ounces of water, or 1.9 pounds. We need lye, 0.698. We need 5 pounds of oils. Okay, so, and fragrance. We need 0.156 of fragrance. And then we're going to need in lard 4.05 pounds. In coconut oil, we need 0.7 pounds. And in cocoa butter, we need 0.25. Now, I'll write this up on a card and I'll save it so that if SHTF happens, I still have my measurements so I can make the same soap. And as I try this, if I don't like it, I'll make adjustments in the lard or the cocoa butter. So now we got our recipe. We're going to move on to making it. Making soap is all about your prep work. And getting your boxes ready is a big part of that. The better you do, the prettier your soap will be. So I take a large piece of saran wrap and I just set it on it and pull. Then I take my fingers, found this works best for me, and I just pop them in the two corners, pull it down, and then I use my thumbs to fold it over. And we're done. And that way you don't get a lot of wrinkles in your soap. The most important part about making soap is measuring. So just use a regular old scale. Keep an extra battery because you would hate to be in the middle of this and not have an extra battery. I have a container here that I pour lye into water on it. That way I remember, because I almost forgot once. So you want to put your container on and then set to 0. And now we need lye, 6.698. And don't put your face over it because it smells, and get your 0.69. You see how it bounced to 7? We're perfect. So once you've got all your ingredients and everything ready, next thing you need to do is heat up your lard and your oils. Oh, and your water. Don't forget your water for your lye, and it's distilled water only. But if you want to learn from the pro, learn from Genius in Exile. Now she would just mix the lye in the water, put all the oils together, and whip it up, and in less than 4 minutes, she would have this soap done. I'm not that fast, I'm not that good. I'm much slower. So I'm going to put it on the stove, and I'm going to mix it, heat it up there, and we're going to get it melted. I forgot to show you, pour your lye into your water. Very important, otherwise death will occur. Do not put your head over. Make sure you have your gloves on. Stir it up. If you don't feel your lye heating up, then you have a bad batch of lye, which I did have one time. Just never heat it up. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes they get some moisture in the containers and you don't even realize that it's activated and deactivated again. So this is the time that you have to run back out if it did. Otherwise, just let it heat up, and you're stirring it. They say not to use wooden tools because wood absorbs and it gets all broken and cracked, and I have one here to show you. The lye eats through everything. As you can see, it's eaten through the spoon. So, and it's, you know, the lye I got on my scale ate through the paint and the metal on it. So this has got to come down to 110 degrees. And then I'll turn the oils down and get them at 110 degrees. If you're doing this for the first time, stick with one fragrance and one color. Don't try to do too much. You know, dehydrate some spinach, or open one of your cans of dehydrated spinach and grind that up into a fine powder and make that a beautiful soap. Or you can just stick with the beige color if you're using olive oil and lard, and it's a beautiful beige. Okay, so this is going to move pretty fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour our lye in. And I got to put my gloves on. Okay, it's just starting to trace. So we're going to take it out now, and this is where you would color it. So I'm going to start by putting my fragrances in. So we have all the fragrances and all the colors ready. So now we're going to start pouring the oils into it. It's already solidifying. Look. Yeah, see. Like I said, I would recommend you stick with one. And let's go ahead and start mixing and see what we got. This is the spinach powder. Thought you'd want to see that one. And you don't have to mix it completely. You can leave streaks instead if that's what you want. And it definitely needs more. So I would say I put in probably 2 teaspoons. And let's mix these up. Cleanup seems to be another big question I get. How do you clean it up? Well, there's two thoughts. You can let it dry, and then chip out all of it, and save it for a batch of soap, and just make a collage of a bunch. Or you can do like I do, because I don't like to leave it sitting out. Put it in a sink of hot water. It's soap, remember? The water will just take it right off. No scrubbing needed. I wanted to film it going into the boxes, but it was definitely difficult because of all the different colors. There was a little extra of the cucumber, so I put that on top of the rosemary mint. And then this is the cedar oil with the green, cedar oil with the blue. This is the cucumber. This is the lavender, and this is the rose hip and magenta crayon. So I have them on my mat, and now I'm going to gently fold over the saran wrap that's on the side. As you see, this thin cardboard, and I probably should have kept my gloves on for this, so please keep your gloves on. And we're just gonna fold it over. Helps hold in the heat. I have to use some vinegar. Some people are more sensitive to lye than others. I found I'm not real sensitive to it. Just fold them over. It also helps prevent your towel from getting nasty. And all these little bits that are on the side will adhere to your soap. I wanted to make a nice face bar that could be used on the face and for those with dry or sensitive skin. So I have my little mat down, I've covered them over, and now I'm just going to cover them with a towel for 24 hours. And then in 24 hours we'll cut them. So it's been 24 hours, and as you see I've started to remove them from the boxes. So you just peel back the saran wrap, and then you can simply turn it over and drop them out. Makes it really easy. Go ahead and peel off it. That turned out really nice. And you're going to cut your bars. Now when you cut your bars, I was told, let the weight of the knife do the cutting, not a sawing motion. And I know you've probably seen I use these ceramic knives a lot. I love these ceramic knives. And that's all you do. And there we go. They're all cut. This is how I lay them out. Isn't that pretty? Very nice. These are with the crayons. Right there. This is the spinach. And then this is the lavender. Once you let those sit out for 3 weeks and dry, Then you just take some brown paper, wrap them with tape or white paper. As for the brown paper, you can buy it from a packing store in a roll. Or if you want to use white paper, when you get packages in, sometimes they use it for wrapping. I save this and I will use that to wrap my soap in. Depending what it is. I think I'm going to do white paper for women's and brown paper for men's. We'll see how it looks. I kind of like the way brown paper looks. But we'll try. Blessings.